Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Neon
Neon
Popsicle.
Popsicle.
With you, as always, is uh, naturally your host, Jason P. But I'm not the only host on the show. With me is
Huh?
every night, Stephen P.
Come on. No. Knock it off. Knock it off. Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Now, we're glad to bring you guys some entertainment on this neon night. Uh, I don't really have too much of a show planned here today, guys. I think it's gonna be more of a neon docket team experience. Thank God for the docket team. Otherwise, there would be no shows on nights like this.
Well, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna correct you there. I
Mm.
think we do have a little bit of a plan.
Okay. No, we do, bro. I'm living in the Mandela universe where I didn't have a plan, but we did talk about it before the show. Please remind me. What is the plan?
Well, well, the plan is to revisit where we truly came from. Was it here
Oh,
or was it elsewhere?
wow.
Revisiting the notion of why we all have such a void in our heart. Revisiting cosmic abandonment.
Wow. Um, what is it to be human? Who are we? Why do we feel so confused in this world? As you grow up, you start to understand, like, things aren't supposed to be this way. You look around at the animals of this earth and the fauna, the plant life, even, and you say how everything just works. It just happens. And there's no stress, no worry, no fear, no. It's all harmonious, like, happening. Just
Harmonious.
happening. And we, humans, in our brains, we just become the anti happen. Like, we fight
Yep.
against the common flow because we create our own thing, our own system we think is better than relying off the land and treating each other as village people.
And where did these systems
YMCA.
even come from? And why do we even accept them like truth? We accept the fact that hierarchy has to happen. There
The
has to be a
school.
ruling class.
The
There has
school
to be
system.
money.
I've been taught
And
this
it's
since I was a
all
kid.
and if they have, and then your parents and their parents and their parents, all the way back to Enlil and
No.
Inky.
When did okay? I feel like there was a point in like 50s, 60s, 70s. Was there a point where life was like simpler and kind of was cool? Was there a time where
Yeah,
like life was cool and like it
yeah.
was kind of dope to be alive?
Um, yeah,
Uh, is,
yeah. I think so.
maybe my mind has just become more cynical as I grow older. Maybe there. I'm
Um,
sure there are people alive now who are like, it's the best time to be alive currently. But
yeah.
I feel like that's bullshit. There's so much more darkness and corruption, and or maybe it's just come to light
Ah,
more. I don't know. Things seemed easier, simpler.
hmm.
Uh, I digress, though. That's not what we're here to talk about, people. We're
Well,
here to get
you're
to the
not wrong to
root.
bring it up because
Enki
that
and
is the human
Enlil.
condition, right? I mean, it is the human condition of how things are, how things almost seem like they're unchangeable. And where did this all come from?
Huh.
It's not you're not far off base. But what we'll do today, um, I do realize also that we are in the community VC channel. Just a heads up.
Ah, okay, that's nice. Well,
So
if
what we can
anyone jumps into Discord, you guys can join our chat here. Interrupt our stream. We're not in the live on air episodes right now, guys. If you guys wanna,
yeah we could drag ourselves. I think right. Just
yeah, we can jump in there. Let's do that.
okay. Let's do that.
Hey guys, if you want to be in the Neon stream, all you must do is join Discord and jump over to
Welcome
live
back.
episodes. Here we are.
Yeah.
You dragged me in.
Where he? I dragged you in.
Wow, the magic of technology.
I dragged you in.
How'd it feel?
I'm an admin, right? I can do that. Oh, it felt powerful. It felt really
Feels
powerful being able
good.
to drag Neon J into live episodes. It felt great.
Oh my god. I can't even think
It
about
felt
that.
great.
I thought like, oh, it feels pretty cool, you know, be able to pull in your guests. I never thought how powerful I'd feel to pull in another host.
Yeah, no, go ahead and try it. Watch this. Go ahead and try. Here, watch.
Check this out, guys. Get in here. And Steven, you are on the air on Neon Popsicle. Can you turn your camera?
How, how'd that feel?
It felt good.
How'd
It felt
that
like
feel?
I was
It's natural.
powerful. You're right.
Natural, right?
So natural. A natural flow that only a true Neon host could wield.
Thank you.
If you guys join the Discord, guys, this is where all the fun happens. Outside the show, inside the show.
Yeah, I got good links,
It's
good news.
the bee's knees.
Come join the party, guys. So we're gonna be jumping into cosmic abandonment. Okay, last where we left off, talking about the characteristics of psychopaths, and
Wow.
the importance of that is to prove that we are and always have been under the control of a class of psychopaths.
Wow.
World leaders in general tend to be psychopathic.
Scary.
In the nature of having power, wanting power, I mean, you need to be kind of psychopath to even want that amount of power.
Right.
Characteristics of a psychopath: complete absence of conscience and empathy, strongly immoral, aggressive, callous, and cunning, very adept at manipulating others to get what they want, willing to engage in criminal conduct to get their way, so unethically winning,
Yeah.
deceptive ability to appear benevolent and feign emotion, which is a lot of famous people too.
Yeah.
A lot of
It
these
is.
people who like pretend to feel one way just to like
Oh.
get their viewers to donate or something. Complete absence of guilt or remorse for the harm they cause to others. Dog eat dog world. You hear it all the time, bro.
Yep.
People say it out there. They are actually programming.
They
like,
do.
That's why people are psychopathic.
In
They
order
tend
to make it, you
to
must.
show they're not true psychopaths, but they have psychopathic tendencies programmed into them because they too are being abused by the system, you know? So they are abused and they're going to abuse. And they think that's the rite of passage. That's the right way to go.
You
Let's
must
see.
be a
Denial.
psychopath to even want that. To want the power. And
That's what I'm saying.
if you don't 100% want it, then you're not going to put the action behind getting it. That's crazy. So like as long as there is a power structure, it is corrupt. Because the man on top is
Yes.
a psychopath.
Yes.
How
Unless the power is given to him.
right, is there
and
no
even
Messiah
then-
to come?
Jason.
You know? Like how
Jason. What do you mean? What does that have to do with
uh
power?
because wouldn't they?
'Cause I'm
What
interested.
do
You
we
got
want
me
to give the Messiah? Why don't I make him king? You know, the Messiah.
No, but see,
Messiah
that's the
comes
difference,
back.
right? It's
But he
not
never-
power he's looking for. It's allegiance. It's
You're
loyalty.
right.
It's a different thing.
The Messiah
it's the
never
same-
goes after power. It's not power. Right.
Right. It's faith. He wants your belief.
'Cause he's not a
It's not
psychopath.
power per
He
se.
doesn't want
yeah.
power. Okay.
It's not power he's after. He's just love.
Elon Musk is
He
a
just wants-
psychopath.
Yes.
He's an
Donald
autistic
Trump's a
psychopath.
psychopath. Yes.
That's crazy.
All people in power are psychopaths. They're
Oh.
psychopathic.
Allegedly.
And if not completely, display a lot of these characteristics to a higher percentage than the average person.
All these things that he's listing here that I see on this bulletin board, you must do in order to become famous and powerful. Like, that's what I'm saying. These are the characteristics of psychopaths. These are things you must be willing to do to acquire fame and power.
That's
It's
a
the
good
same
point. Yeah,
list,
man.
same
Remember,
list.
you were saying you can have all the money, but are you willing to do what it
Right.
takes to have it all?
No.
And this really is a list of what you'd have to be willing to do to have
Yeah.
what you need or have what you want. Because you can convince anybody to do almost anything, trick them through manipulation, through black magic, basically,
Yeah.
to acquire what you want from them.
willing to use black magic, unafraid of the repercussions because you're a fucking psychopath.
You don't have that fear. You don't have that. Exactly. You don't have that consequence filter in your mind. Doesn't matter. I'll just kill them if they get in the way. It's no big deal.
Right. Huh.
Contempt towards others' feelings, transference of blame, big time.
Yeah.
How many people do you see doing that nowadays? Never taking responsibility.
Pass the buck.
Mm-hmm.
Pathological lying.
Double it, pass
That's
it
like
to the next
every
guy.
single politician. Pathological liar.
Yes.
Refuse to accept responsibility. Every single politician. Believe they will never be brought to justice.
Politician.
Every single politician.
Yes.
These are all
Absolutely.
politicians.
Politicians and world leaders.
Yeah.
They're nuts, dude. But let's see what Mark Passio has to say.
Cheer
And
for
this
them.
is
We're
where
all
we're
like, that's my psychopath. Yeah. Like, we'll die for those psychopaths. Some of us.
Oh yeah, we'll go to war, dude. People do go to war. We have militaries full of people who go to war for these psychopaths.
And the
under the guise of freedom.
The only reason they're able to manipulate people like that is because they have zero guilty conscience. Like, they don't feel bad about manipulating
bingo.
people. They can do it, whatever. I can never. I feel bad manipulating a nation for my cause, you know, but they don't give a shit, and it like
bingo.
That's all it takes is for them not to give a fuck. Anybody can do it, but we all kind of care, except for them.
Yeah, because we know what's right and wrong, right? That's a good point.
The good guys finish last, dude. That sucks. The guys who care.
They want you to think that.
Right.
They want you.
They want you to think that money and fame and power is winning.
Yes.
All right, people.
It's on purpose that message is propagated. It's on purpose.
Wow.
Nice guys do not finish last. They want you to be dog eat dog, dude.
Oh,
they want a dog eat dog world out there,
guys.
bro. You're easier to control that way because then you can create the solution to the problems that you've created. Anyway.
That's evil.
Pure evil, bro.
Take it away, Mark.
Justice by anyone for all of the wrongdoing that they do. That's what a psychopath is. And I'm telling you, they're here, they're among us. Clinical psychologists place the number between 1% and 4%.
Can you do me a favor and check the audio of the video on your screen?
Yeah. It does sound kind of quiet. Let me see if I turn it up. All right, play the video. I'll see how it sounds.
I disagree with those numbers. I think they're much over-exaggerated. I think real primary psychopaths, I think, are less than a half of 1%.
Better?
Yeah.
Maybe even less than that in the human population. Maybe a tenth of 1%. Okay? But what I am going to tell you is there's many secondary psychopaths in the human population, maybe upwards of 15 to 20%. Okay?
Wow.
A lot of secondary psychopaths are roaming the earth. All right? Because of the social conditions.
De facto psychopaths.
Who are those? They're just the other, not quite.
It's basically what he's saying. Like
politicians, but like the other millionaires.
The psychopaths by proxy. The people, the normies who are affected, who carry out this stuff just through programming, just because of the way they were raised. They now are a dog-eat-dog person. Therefore, they're a de facto, say, Satanist. Would be a
and they have
kind of
other
way to
people
look as
carry
well.
out their will so that the karma doesn't come back on them.
Well, at that point, yes.
And because
but
of
at that
psychopaths,
point,
the fact that they have all this knowledge on dark arts and karma, they're psychopathic Satanists.
Sorcerers.
Warlocks.
Yes.
Like,
it's true. Yes.
It's crazy. It's just dark magic, dude. It goes back to it's dark magic at the core of these powerful.
Yeah.
Psychopathic.
Black
Satanists.
magic and light magic. Magic really is
wow.
Having things given to you through your will, right? Is black magic through your will against the will.
Wow. Okay.
White magic is having things happen based through the will.
The light.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they're both manifesting. They can both manifest. But the universe respects cohesiveness. The universe respects commitment
Uh-huh.
in the universe, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's just going to play out the code. And because they're so cohesive and consistent and work together and they're unified,
Right.
that stuff gets carried out. It's just the way of the world. That's natural law.
The ones who
And then
use
they get
dark
us to go ahead, please.
the ones who use dark arts to manifest in the physical world
Yeah.
and not the light magic. The ones who use the dark magic do reap a bad karma. Because they are kind of like haunted by this dark fucking spirit. Like they cannot, like that is not the way to
It's
go.
hard to say because they get you to accept it. They aren't forcing it upon you. In some
Okay.
instances,
Yes.
they're psychologists. They're master psychologists. That they understand how the brain works. So the elite. Okay, I hate saying like the elite, well, the big master sorcerers. But hear me out, bro. The top of the top get you to accept it through symbolism, messages, agendas, so it's no longer being forced upon you, and therefore there is no negative karma attached. You are consenting to the abuse.
Oh no, Steven.
Yeah, you're asking for it because you've been convinced it's the right thing to do.
Oh gosh. That's what
And
they're
therefore they don't get that negative karma in the way that you're thinking because again, it's been
You think that's
accepted.
what they're doing? Putting out all these conspiracy quote unquote posts saying that there's human meat DNA within our fast food. They are actually telling you, and we're just like, no, I fucking love it, but impossible. Like whenever you're hungry enough and you're in a drive-thru, you're like, no, it can't.
Excuse me. I
Soylent
think
Green.
okay.
Get up, people.
Not denying that maybe it is some sinister agenda, and I'm eating human fingers every time I eat a McNugget. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I think it's just overblown factoids that are being said in a dramatic way. And what I mean by that is, yeah, there is probably 2% of all McDonald's meat, including the chicken, the meat glues,
Yeah.
the meats themselves,
Uh-huh.
probably contain 1 to 2% of human DNA. That comes from
Steven.
spit. But hear me out. It actually comes from spit,
No.
hair, maybe some nails, maybe some pieces of skin flakes that people are touching in the factories. It's not actual human meat. Okay, yes, human percentage of DNA might show up in it, but they're not feeding you a person, a ground up baby burger. You know what I mean? They're
Right,
not.
right.
That's what I think is happening. Not saying to go eat it, but that's what I think is more of what's happening is just blown up factoids.
Oh yeah, I understand. Totally possible, guys. What do you guys think? Or overblown tabloids.
Factoids.
Factoids.
Factoid.
Factoid. I have a factoid for you.
Do you have a factoid for me? Tell me.
One factoid. No, I just thought it sounds funny. It sounds like such a nerdy word.
I know. I was trying to riff.
No, Steven, not you. Didn't sound nerdy. Saying I'm just saying, as an isolated word.
And you
One
didn't really- I didn't
factoid,
really mean
please. One factoid.
that. Sorry.
On the contraire, I have but one factoid.
Exactly. Let me mute myself while I.
Yeah, that factoid comment. You need to mute yourself for a while for that one.
All right. Here we go.
He's back, guys.
So. That's what I think happens there.
Okay.
I want some McNuggets though, low key. Really bad right now. So, but-
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll eat a fingernail. I don't care. I'll eat a fingernail.
Wow.
I will eat a fingernail. I'll eat your fingernail. Give me your fingernail. Give me your fingernail. Come here, actually. Give me your fingernail. Give me your
Wow.
fingernail. Give me your finger. Come here. See, look. Okay. Give me your finger. Give me your finger. Good. Thank you. Now. Put your tips a little down. Tips a little further down. Little further down. Little further. Little further. Little further. Little further. Little further. Little further. There. Okay. Good. There they are. Oh, look. Here. It's in my screen now. A little further down. Get that out of there.
Oh my god, that was crazy. It's gonna look kind of funny on the stream, but I'm glad it worked out for you. All right, people. One interesting factoid for you. I was able to scavenge up some pieces of bowl.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna enter the neon cabin as I.
Are we? Let's turn on. Yeah, go ahead and mark. I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna hang out with the folks while you're in the cabin. We're gonna continue.
Very few primary psychopaths, but I'm suggesting that what may have created psychopathy, along with the other 4,000 human genetic defects, you have things like, different neurological disorders, different, birth degenerative disorders, things like Huntington's disease, Alzheimer's disease. We don't, all of these different disorders in the human genome, the explanation for
If you hadn't seen the other episodes, that's caused on purpose by muddied DNA that the Anunnaki blended with the simian creatures that were currently on our planet to create us. But they made the DNA bad on purpose so we wouldn't be exactly like them and godlike, essentially, is the... What's this guy? What's the guy's name? The guy who wrote about Planet X and Nibiru, I think. Isn't that the same guy? No. Ancient Sumeria. It's on the tip of my tongue. On the tip of my dick. Anyway, the guy who found all the ancient Sumerian... The guy talks about the Anunnaki. That's what he said. That's where all those bad things come from. Muddied DNA.
these may be because of this genetic modification. When you do a genetic splicing imprecisely, because you don't really care about what you're making, it's something you're using and then getting rid of. That's how we really looked at as, all right? You're not going to do it with atomic precision. It wasn't done with atomic precision. It was done the same way modern human geneticists do genetic splicing, which is with chemical cultures.
Now it's back.
My friend was a genetics engineer for some time. He told me, you put it in the culture, you add whatever agent or reagent you're adding to break it down and to create the separation or the splicing, and then you have to let it express. That's how modern genetics is done. You're not splicing things at an atomic level that preserves the exact base pairs of the DNA.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you. No, your box isn't even glowing green. And you didn't mute. When you turned off camera, did you actually hit mute? Come on, I know. It says you're muted. Now you're not. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, you're going to have to back out. You're going to have to try. Oh, yeah, do your thing. Do you try your thing first, whatever you're doing here on the chat. I see you're trying something on the chat. Oh. Oh, I see. Ah, there you are. I don't know. It just switched on itself. Just did it on its own again. I can hear that. Ah. All right. So he's talking about bad DNA. That's all he's talking about.
Things at an atomic level that preserves the exact base pairs of the DNA at an atomic level. Therefore, all kinds of bit errors are going to creep into that code. when you do it in this imprecise fashion. That's going to create different unforeseen circumstances, and I feel human psychopathy is one of them. I think that's what the origins of psychopathy are, primary psychopathy. This explains all the accounts that are seemingly inexplicable in traditional religious beliefs. In biblical faith, you know, the Old Testament punishing God. This is these beings who had to have their will done exactly as they wanted by their slave species. Look at the very specific, detailed things that God asks human beings to do in biblical accounts. You know, bring them certain kinds of foods, do certain kinds of exacting work. You know, why would the God of creation give us orders like that?
See, true, bro. How interesting is that? Like, he's a god of wrath. But was that truly God? What if it was these guys? Yes, we brought up who it was, too. Who was it? Who did we say it was? Oh, the devil, right. The devil was the god of the Old Testament. Wow, maybe that was Enki and Enlil. Maybe it's God and the devil, good and evil there. Too many. You know what? It's the mirrors is an acceptable and provoking term because it's almost like when you're looking into a a maze of mirrors or a hall of mirrors. You're trying to find your way out. It's literally reflecting itself at all angles, but it's in different places. But it's all reflecting itself, bro. Yes. It's all the same. And that's true. And who's in the middle of that goddamn hall of mirrors? It's you. You're in the middle of it all. I love it. That's a perfect term. Mm. The Matrix is an amazing movie, man. I think, by the way, I want to say something. I said it on the podcast a long time ago, but I'm going to say it now because I'm going to predict it. Maybe somebody will say it and make a joke about it. But remember, I said Elon Musk, his name probably isn't even Elon, but he changed his name or something along the line. So if something or a scandal were to happen, it would be called Elongate. And that's another meme that he could use. Elongate, elongate. Ah ha ha. I'm so funny. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen soon. I don't think that's his like fake name, but I think it's gonna say you're gonna read the words elongate, and he's gonna think it's funny. Yeah, yeah. I forgot what I was saying before that. Hold on, I can't see your face. Oh, the Rizzler. Fucking Theo. Sorry, I'm ADDing. I was Theo Vaughn was talking about. He's like, yeah, bro, I went to this high class steakhouse and I see the fucking Rizzler sitting there, man. He's having steak dinner with his family, and he's like, this guy's acting like like he's just so funny, dude. The way he said it, and how like it made me think like the Rizzler's like this dawn of like his world, you know. People are just like, yes, Mr. Rizzler, what do you want? Bro, I have the perfect Meat Canyon video we can watch later. It's short, to the point, and about this. Exactly what we're talking about. We'll close it out with that if you don't mind. Maybe we won't get copyright struck. Who knows? Yep. Good. I agree. I agree.
The gods were pretty vain and wanted their will served at all times and places. So they would have asked human beings to do all kinds of vain things for them. You know, you see like the biblical account of David and Goliath. I believe this is a human starting to fight back against the demigods who were put in place to control them more viciously.
Love that.
Modern religion, I think, is
And where does he hit them? Where does he hit him with the stone? Yeah, boom, boom, right between the eyes. Something to say about that.
a holdover from the days when these gods put certain human beings into positions of power and created priest class,
Yes.
priest classes, so that they could control the overall populations more effectively. And who did they ask them to worship as their gods? They asked them to worship these extraterrestrial beings. Because if you did what they wanted, they would bestow favors upon you. And you would get a little bit more food, or a little bit more blankets, or a little bit better housing, okay? If you just did their bidding and didn't ask them, you went along with everything they asked you to do like a good little slave, okay? And, you know, I just want to I'm going to take a lot of pot shots at people in this presentation. I don't care who it offends. I don't care if it offends you in the room. I don't care if it offends whoever's watching. I'm going to get scathing toward a couple of groups of people in the world who I think are keeping the dynamic of human slavery in place. And religionists are one of them, particularly priest classes.
Yeah, and if you think he's a little fast right now, he is at 1.25 speed, so he might seem a little more aggressive, just so you know.
Okay? Because where are these people talking about the police state that's running rampant in our culture? Where are these people talking about the wrongness of slavery that's running rampant in our culture?
Hey, yeah, what the hell?
Where are they? No, they won't talk about that.
No.
You know, they just want you in their churches and synagogues and mosques to throw as much money into their system as they can. And
yeah, they're not talking about, absolutely not. Never, not even the new one. Not even help, not even try to offer help. Every day. A whole sect. Mm. Mm. Down with the Archon. Do you think the Pope's email is like thepope@vatican.com? Or Pope Leo at thevatican.com? Pope Leo at thevatican.com. Let me write him an email. Real quick. Can I? I'm going to write him an email. I'm writing him. Pope Leo at the Vatican. No, they have email. Pope Leo. Yeah, Pope Leo at thevatican.com. Hello, sir. Well, I'm just going to write it. I'm going to see if maybe Mailer Damon might write me back and say it's not real, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. Hello, sir. I hope all is well. Thank you for taking on such a big responsibility. I wish you a grand future. Yeah. That's hello, yeah. Hello, sir. Is the subject? Let me sign here. Neon Steve. Okay. Go ahead. No, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send that. Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and sent it. We'll see if Mailer Damon comes through, but so far we'll wait for the Pope to reply. All right. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I mean, the Pope, he's a nice guy. He should. It buzzed. It buzzed. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Well, he's in Italy right now. What time is it in Italy? He might be. What time is it? Let me see. In Italy. 7:30 a.m. Yeah. He might actually He's gonna be getting this message here pretty soon. Yeah, he probably woke up early. You know, the Pope wakes up early, I'm sure, with the sunlight. Reminded him. Yes, I like this. I like this. I do too. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-mm. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. I'm expecting a reply by the end of this episode. I'm expecting a reply. Mark, if you would.
They're not going to talk out against Big Daddy government. Not a bit. Because then they lose their 501c3 statuses.
That's right.
You know? And then people come after them for the taxes like.
And that's why they don't talk. Because they don't want to get freaking taxed. They don't want to talk against the system because the system's letting them exist the way they exist. Letting them get away with it because the system knows that they're a huge good control system. They're a good mind control system. Systems love systems. Yep. And press the agendas that we, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They do
Mark,
everybody else.
if you would.
Okay? So these aren't holy men. They're nothing of the kind.
Wow.
Nothing of the kind. The people who are doing the real great work to warn humanity about the slavery that's ongoing and needs to end are the holy men of this world.
That's us.
Not these people. Not a bit.
That's you guys. That's the listeners.
Okay? And I mean, if you can't see the similarity, I don't know what to tell you.
Seen this? Mm-hmm. A fish. Yes, sir. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. And look, in both cases here, look, you got like an apple of Eden on the left here. And then if you go over here to the right, right under the cross, you have some apple of Eden underneath. Why is that there? But besides the headdress and stuff, it's the same thing, bro. And this is ancient ass drawings. And this is now. This blows my mind that this shit still happens now. Look at these fucking garb guys. Look at what they're fucking wearing, dude. Look at this shit. Who the hell are they, bro? What? Dude, it's so archaic. And it's just so overblown and look at them. They look so foolish. Look at me in my my outfit. It's they're just there's no aura in being a pope. Yeah. It's not worth it. Yeah. No. Yeah. Neither of those guys. I bet you neither of these guys can choke anyone out. I bet you I can choke the shit out of them. Both. Mm. Okay, okay. They're wrong. And priestly classes have always been liars. Because who are they? No. Who the hell are they to say they're the intermediaries between man and God and only they can receive the message? Bro, that's secret society bullshit. Yeah, dude. Come on, bro. Get off your high horse. You're a human. Like, come on. We're the same thing. Like, just dirty, muddy, DNA'd simians that the Anunnaki decided to harvest to help make gold dust around their planet. And then once they got what they needed from us, they left us here, and now we're just the remnants of what once was. Hmm. Hmm. Pray. Yeah, he'll pray for them. Hmm. But I digress. That's the thing. He's not searching for power. He's not a power seeker. Hmm. True. Very true. He'd never be caught dressed like these guys. Uh, Mark, if you would.
I don't know what to tell you if you can't see it. Could it be any more clear that they're trying to emulate the gods?
Right.
You
That's
know?
what they're doing. I mean,
That speaks for itself. If I need to say anything there, something's really wrong. This is where the mystery tradition, mystery schools, and secret societies of the modern day come from.
just
Because the
fucking said
gods
that.
created these temples of knowledge, centers of knowledge
secret
that they
society
gave some
bullshit.
knowledge to few people in order to control the masses of people. A hierarchical structure based on occulted information, occulted knowledge. Okay? So this is where modern secret societies come out of the ancient world to us from. And then, of course, from there, you get the dark occult. You get Satanism and dark Luciferianism and the Order of Death and the Bohemian Club, etc. The dark variant of the
sorcerers.
Illuminati, if you will. Okay? Which means
There is dark Illuminati and there's white Illuminati. Not like skinned, but bear with me.
the dark variant of the Illuminati, if you will. Okay? Which
Yeah, dude. But I've been saying this for years. People just look at me weird. And titty parties and child trafficking and these kids, these child actors in Hollywood getting freaking handled and passed around constantly. Nobody talks about it. Nobody says anything to anybody, even though they see it. Dude, all of this stuff, it is not good. All of them, if they don't do it, they know about it. And that makes them just as compliant. Yeah, dude, they all sleep with each other. They all fucking do yeah, bro. Like allegedly, even people as pure as Adam Sandler was able to hit Selena Gomez during their filming of Hotel Transylvania, doing voice acting. Tap Selena Gomez. Allegedly. But these are blind items, the same blind items that have been talking about Elon Musk being on ketamine for years. And then we see this video that I brought up a few episodes ago talking about ketamine and Elon Musk. And now that's all you're hearing about Elon Musk is his ketamine and his drug stuff. And I was saying that, remember, when we were talking about blind item, we brought that up way before it now. And now it's in the news. The same people said that. Those same groups. Well, I've already looked at Adam Sandler. She probably came on to she probably came on to she found a him, I'm sure. Ah, you're so cool. I've always been such a big fan. He goes, he's like, yeah, I know who you are. You know who I am, and then that's all that it took. It's Adam Sandler. That's a that's what I heard. But yeah, that's exactly it, dude. It is a freaking satanic, psychopathic ruled place. And that's why it's these systems of abuse, blah 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 blah. That's why these systems of abuse keep going and propagating and going over and over and over and over. Control humanity. We don't think about it. We don't want to think about it. People would rather live and not think about it. It's easier. Yes, and that's the thing, bro. If you accept this knowledge, now you have responsibility you didn't have before. You gotta slay the dragon. And who wants to fucking slay the dragon? Nobody wants to slay a dragon. Big dragon. Big stinky dragon. You don't. Right. Yeah, even the laptops we're using right now for the battery, dude. Oh no. Tons of massive dragons. But see, that's the thing. They don't people understand, and I think at some root and core of their heart that any information that they willingly receive and know to be true, they now accept responsibility for that information. They don't want to deal with it. If you know a kid is being like viciously beat up by his parents or something, and you have to stand up or you're just as complicit, just like these people in Hollywood. They know this stuff is happening, but they don't stand up. They're just as complicit. They have to say something. So what they'll do, yeah, they pretend they don't see it. They pretend they don't know, so they don't have to say it. Yeah, they don't want to think about it. They don't want to accept the responsibility of this information, so they don't have to say or do anything about it. And that's why people don't want to think about this stuff because then they'll have to do something about it. And who wants to do anything? Ah, yes, yes. He's smiling. Hmm. No, wrong. Exactly. Wrong. All the things that we willingly accepted it all, brother, from a young age. And it's only the ones who are like waking up who are trying to like reject the system. But then we're already too lodged in it. Look, I'm already using a rechargeable battery. I'm already using it. I'm using a phone. I'm here. I'm in it. But if I'm going to use this technology, I might as well use it good and spread a positive message with it, you know? But that seems kind of hypocritical. So therein lies the quandary, am I right? Yeah, dude. They're controlling the power. I was thinking yesterday, man, I mean, yeah, of course they're evil, dude. I wasn't thinking this yesterday, but I'm responding to you. My brain goes, but of course they're evil, bro. They're controlling the flow of energy and power. There's water companies, energy companies. Bro, this it just should be free. This shouldn't you shouldn't be having control of it. Plus, I was driving, there was a huge storm the other night. You were there, I'm sure. You lived locally. Huge storm last night. And the night before, I don't even remember. Lightning, lightning, thunder, lightning. Wow, crazy lightning. Big, big lightning. Okay. And I thought to myself, bro, we could totally have free electricity for everybody if we really, really wanted to. We could totally do it. I mean, think the earth creates electricity by itself. By what? Just a change of pressure in the air? We can't just create pressurized things for a home that create pressure to cause electric current and then sustain it? Like I don't understand. I'm not I'm no scientist, but that seems like we should be able to do that by now. Okay? Love Tartarian shit, dude. I love Tartarian shit. Yes, the spires. Yes, that's right. Edison took down Tesla. I'm pretty sure it's known or cons- alleged that Edison burnt Tesla's stuff. Like Edison was responsible for the destruction of Tesla's information. Like he made Tesla seem like he was crazy. It was Edison's fault that Tesla was perceived as such a madman and he's crazy. We got to get rid of him type shit. Like there was a beef and Edison took him out. No, Tesla's not taking nobody out. Elon Musk? No, okay. No, I mean, not that. Not Elon. Elon has nothing to do with this, but he took out Nikola Tesla. Edison took out Nikola Tesla. Yeah. Doesn't compete with Edison though. He relies on Edison. But that still is run by Edison. You still pay Edison for your electricity. Yeah. You just save money. You pay less in electricity. And then he also relies on the grid to charge his cars, to use his AI Grok. He needs the grid. He's not trying. He could probably try to be the grid. I'm not. It's not impossible. He's not competing with Edison, right? I think he's more competing with banks. I think Tesla's more directly, Elon rather, is more directly competing with banks. He wants you to put your money in Twitter. He wants Twitter to be a PayPal. That yeah, calling it now. That's why he paid what he paid for it. Because of the, because of the potential. No, it's not because you're going to be able to buy things like on Facebook Marketplace. It's going to be a hub of everything. You can put money there. They do. They do. And you're going to be able to transfer money to your friends through X. Banking industries. Yeah, 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 sure. Like a PayPal. Decentralized. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. You're making a good point though. It's not going to be like banks. It's going to be more like a marketplace he's competing with. Interesting, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Humans are not going to Mars. Robots are going to Mars. It's going to be the first terraformed planet by robots. I'm going to say it again and again and again until until it's freaking happened, and then I can say I've been saying that for years, and then I could just be able to find it because I've been saying it everywhere. It's that's the only way, and they're going to build a golden statue of Elon. That's okay. That's all. Anyway, Mark, I digress.
which means illuminated ones. They're nothing of the kind illuminated. They're frauds and fakes. The real illuminated people are the people who are trying to tell people the truth about what's going on this planet because they have that knowledge and they're trying to share it with people. They're the illuminators, those who bring that light to other
The
people.
neon popsicle, we shine the neon light. The illuminators, is it freaking on accident that our name is so spot on? Come on, people. Where's the neon light, bro? It's attractive. Bl- It was meant, dude. Meant to happen. We are the light bringers, dude. Neon popsicle, neon. Come on, guys. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What is that? A suntan? Wow, 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 wow. I would do that, but I would get in trouble for showing firearms on the stream. Can't show my can't show my gun. Sorry.
So calling these clowns the illuminated ones is a misnomer, all right? But they're Satanists most certainly, all right? And that's where these groups come out of. Again, coming out of knowledge being held and preserved for the few in the ancient world to control, and then they come forward through into the modern world as these different dark orders. The obsession with gold, okay? And just the concept of money in general. People never ask, where did money come from? You know where
I fucking do. Neon Popsicle does.
money came from? The gods gave us the concept of money. They gave us the concept of money to keep people fighting with each other and create a class system so that there would be a hierarchical order of control, which they wanted. Okay? We don't know why they valued gold. Sitchin and other researchers have, postulated
Zacharias Sitchins. I was trying to think of his name earlier, but I was too stoned.
that they were trying to do something technological in their atmosphere. I don't know whether I buy that explanation or not. Look, gold is eternal. You could put gold at the bottom of the ocean. You bring it up, it's like the day you put it, you can bring it up 10,000 years later, it's going to be like the day you put it there. What is that? We don't even understand.
That's interesting. I was kind of curious. Why gold? And I think Joe Rogan even proposed that question. Why gold? It sucks. It's soft. It's weak. You can't make anything out of it. It doesn't even conduct electricity or anything. But Mark's making a great point, bro. It's eternal. It stays and will keep and it'll look and it won't dissolve or degrade. It'll just kind of stay there. For how soft it is, that's kind of weird. For time travel, I see what you're getting at. It holds. It's like the vibration of the gold. Mm, wow, the memory of the gold. No, its state of form and matter is literally the same vibration it was. Therefore, the vibration itself is still like hackable. You can jump into or onto that vibration and travel wherever that vibration was, whether it's through time or a location. You can now travel with that wave, and yeah, that's an interesting. It's an interesting sci-fi, something to add to a movie where like gold is like needed for time travel. Like that's actually what it's needed for. And because of this silly little situation, I guess we call it. It is beautiful. Very neon. We are mad alchemists, man. This is what they look like. They wear robes and virginity rock. Give me space with a nuclear bomb. and then I got Virginity Rocks. Yeah, legit. Actually limited and couldn't actually be sold. So this is can only get this in the boxes. Low key. Just saying, this is limited. Can't. Oh, don't want to flex on you guys, but man,
And the real properties of gold. We don't understand what this substance even is or how these beings used it. And there's accounts these beings used it internally as well. Many
exactly.
of the pharaonic accounts in ancient Egypt, these demigods consumed the gold that they made in monoatomic form. We don't really understand the essential quality.
That sounds alchemy as fuck. Eating gold. Remember we talked about they would make tonics out of gold. Make your screen larger. Yeah. Just when you tell stories. I'm being gay. Sorry about it. Well, you can see me. I'll be show me. Oh, they can't. Okay. Got it. Okay, got it. I'll just he goes outside, he's just glowing like Edward. Shimmering. Yeah, dude. What is what his poop looks like? If his metabolism is anything like mine, he's shitting gold dust. All right.
What the heck is this? Why is this freaking Trump
What
news
the hell's
popping
that?
up, right? Get the fuck out of here. What the hell?
The fuck is this, dude?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what the fuck. It popped up on my screen.
Jason.
What the
It's still
hell?
there.
It opened up. Get the fuck out of
Oh,
here.
okay. It's gone. Wait, what's going on
It's
now?
opening up.
No, click the X. Click the X.
I've been hacked by Gates.
Click-
It's
Click
Gates.
the X, the big X. Click the big X.
I got it.
Oh, because it was updating. It was updating in the background and it finished and it was proud of itself. It wanted to let you know
Oh my gosh.
that it's finished updating.
Hey, boss. I'm never going to
Fucking
use
computers,
you.
dude. These fucking computers, bro. I swear.
Maybe one day I
They
will.
make
Maybe
those tools and then they think they're like part of you. Like, oh,
I said I was never going to use that, but maybe next episode we're going to check out the MSN News Network.
ah,
Yeah.
that'll be our
That'll be our docket.
that'll be our source.
Some bullshit propaganda that we can go dive deep
We
into.
have way better sources talking about how Loki was probably the original god of the Old Testament. Actually,
Yes.
trick. I have a whole. I just saw a post, a theory, and I was like, "That's fucking fun. That's a good one to think about." Anyway, let's go back to Mark.
All right.
There's things that I can bring up, but then I don't want to digress too much. But maybe we should just digress and leave the video for the dead air, you know?
Yeah, if you have it.
Because it's pretty interesting.
Let me hear it.
I left a link here. Let me see if I can link it to the Discord. I know I sent it to you, or I saved it in the Popsicle in our saved posts. Here we go.
What you guys are seeing right now on my screen here is the Neon Popsicle Discord. You guys can join for just a small fee of $2.99 a month. I'm just kidding, it's free.
Free, guys, come
If you guys
on.
want to hang out with us and chat in the Discord, it's completely free. Hope we have a few members in here already. Got some few chats going on. Steven just sent us a link here. We're about to watch this with Steve.
All right, guys, check this out. This video too, man, about building 9 or building 7. God, 9, what an idiot. Building 7, so wild. It makes you so mad at the government, bro. I'm just like, I fucking had it, dude. They play us like we're stupid. Anyway,
I've had it too, but we have no choice.
we do have a choice.
They do. Shit. Neon Cabin.
Am I streaming?
Not the screen. I still have to click
Okay.
watch stream.
Okay. So I gotta come back here.
There it is.
Ready?
Ready.
Adam from the Bible lived to be almost 1,000 years old. He did? Yeah, and Eve and their kids and stuff lived for ages too. Yeah, if memory serves correctly, it was a kind of punishment for eating the forbidden apple in the Garden of Eden, God's divine law of witness or something. You know, so people knew what went down. Hang on, he lives that long after eating an apple? Or some kind of fruit? Why? Well, it's probably nothing, but in Norse mythology, the gods gained their youth, vigor, and near immortality from the apples of Eden that she grew in her orchard. That's right. That's a funny coincidence. Eden's orchard, Garden of Eden. Yeah, I mean, it just would make a lot of sense as to why God didn't want humans eating them. Right. And come to think of it, there is this story in Norse mythology where Loki orchestrates the abduction of Eden, and all the gods grow old and weak because they don't have access to her apples anymore. Don't tell me you think the biblical god is actually Loki. No, of course not. That would mean that Loki offed all the other gods and rewrote history to pretend that he'd been the one and only god. Yeah, that would be dumb. Hey,
That would be a trip.
Is Loki so powerful though? But he's trickery. He's a trickster. He tricks the gods.
The only way he defeated them was by taking control of the apples of Eden
Wow.
and having them get old and die because now they can no longer. That's where they got their strength from the apples of Eden.
Right. Assassin's
Shout
Creed.
out.
Shout out Assassin's Creed.
Thank you. Yeah,
Ah.
exactly.
Love it.
Apples of Eden are important, bro. Everywhere. It's everywhere.
I'm gonna fall asleep tonight to a no commentary playthrough of Assassin's Creed.
I like that.
Just watch, put it on TV, put it on in the background, fall asleep to it.
Yeah.
What I enjoy putting myself in a vibe before bed. Yeah, there was a time in my life when one of my favorite vibes before bed was like old time TV, like black and white.
stop it over there. See, knock it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, stop it, Charlie.
Yeah,
I
I think it
interesting.
allowed my spirit to access an older, simpler time, and it eased my mind, put my body to sleep. Not my nostalgia. I never seen that shit, but even still, the old shit has some sort of peaceful, calming effect, even on my soul. Perhaps it's like a past life thing.
It could just be the way everything is made nowadays to like be so aggressively grasping your
Advertise.
attention. Not
Yeah,
even
is
like
it-
the commercials per se, advertising, but it's more just like the colors and the sounds and the everything is like made me like sit on the edge of your fucking seat.
yeah.
Like before, it was just like you're just enjoying a good old western, dude. Black and white, the stories
Oh,
important,
so good.
the acting, everything is just kind of in its own vibe. And now it's like there's like subliminal frequencies you can't hear to make you like more edgy and scared when you're watching certain movies.
Every single television show, every single
fucking weird
movie
now.
studio is using some AI program that tells them like how to maximize viewability, how to maximize like attention to the
Yes.
screen. Like
Not looked
it's all
away, yeah.
a program now. It's all
It's
computer.
not as calming.
It's
It's
not
not as
human.
like centering, I'm sure, as some of that older TV could be. That's like true creativity, right? That's like real.
Yeah,
We had to think about these ideas ourselves.
that's scary. I don't like that. It's
Dude, I don't
inhuman.
think. Okay, dude, I've been having this thought for the past couple days, maybe like maybe months. I don't know, but I just have a feeling that society as it is wasn't kind of two things. Wasn't created by the people running it now.
Huh.
Or B, wasn't and isn't sustainable anywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Society, as we know it now, is not sustainable.
Correct.
It will fail
Yes.
all around the world.
Yeah.
As we know it, no matter what system of control, whether it's Russia, China,
It's evil.
society, not even that it's unsustainable in that you can't continue to grow a power grid, can you? You can't continue to trash the earth. You can't continue to use all the resources and expect there to be more resources. I mean, some people say the world can inhabit a lot more people, right? It can. But
I think
and if
as
it did,
soon as we
is it
hit,
sustainable? Are supermarkets sustainable?
I think as
Can
soon
we
as
have
we hit this
supermarkets forever?
class dynamic, this power struggle, as soon as we hit people taking power, or there being a more powerful class, that's when it's no longer like that civilization. There's no way it will end in success, no matter how successful they get. As long as there's power, like Edison holding power,
Yeah.
people holding knowledge, people being in a higher priestly class,
Like it
political
might be
class.
nice.
That will never
Got-
work. We all have to be the same. We all have to be sharing and harvesting the land and eating off of berries and like trading with thy neighbor. Those
Yeah.
societies will last forever because there is enough
Yeah.
on the world to sustain a society that lives like that. Perhaps there's not enough to sustain a society with like technological advancements to where there's now 10 billion people on the planet. Maybe not that, but in the times where we trade, that can go forever. It's like the animals. That's harmony. That's what the animals do. This power struggle. There's power. There's power change in like wolf packs and shit.
And there's hierarchy as well, right? That's kind of what makes me think like maybe hierarchy is a natural thing.
But
It exists in
even-
nature, but they're not sentient.
and it's almost like a hierarchy in order to like ensure the progression of nature. It's like that nature needs this hierarchy to happen for these things to.
And they also don't they're not like I mentioned, they're not sentient or conscious.
Our
don't know.
hierarchies are for
They-
slavery.
They don't do right or wrong. So they don't fall under the same expectations as we do as far as understanding
Yeah,
right and wrong.
the
You know,
alpha
they don't-
wolves
They're
don't
not conscious.
send the lesser wolves to mine in cobalt mines.
Yeah, for its benefit and it and its cubs' benefit.
Right. That's
No
a
one
different
else
kind of power.
Yes, and
it's like
and
it's for the
and
pack.
we're consciously doing it. That's the wrong. That's the whole other level of why it's like hierarchy
It's
with
always
us is different than hierarchy with animals.
It's always
They can
for
do
the
it.
pack
We can't.
with animals. It's not for themselves. It's always for the good of the pack. We don't give a shit about the pack.
I mean,
fucked
sometimes-
up. I do,
sometimes
but that's why I'm not in charge.
You know what though? You're ultimately right. You are ultimately right. No matter if the gorilla wants to take ownership of the females in his group, it's still to ensure the survival of the pack on a
And
biological level.
and it's never to like an obscene, like disgusting, like damaging amount. Like maybe
No,
sometimes,
because-
but those ones die off. Those ones get killed. Those ones go away.
And they're not conscious. That doesn't matter. Like they're not doing it with
And through
Intent
nature,
to
it
be
breeds
wrong.
out. Like I don't know.
and it also it ensures survival because the strongest males mate with the females in that pack, creating stronger apes, creating more survival. But again, they are not conscious. They're only in survival mode. We are conscious. We do understand that our actions affect other people, and therefore we can't and should not take power or domain over someone else's sovereignty.
Yeah, and while those gorillas are, dominating most of the females of their tribe, they aren't sending the other monkeys to mine in cobalt mines for their Samsung phones.
Yes, bottom line. Bottom line.
It's more. It sounds more. It's more Kumbaya, more Lion King. It sounds better. I like animal power structures better.
Oh yeah, me too.
I
want to be a gazelle.
I want to be an animal. I was gonna say I want to be a fucking animal.
I want to be a gazelle. I want to be a
Elk.
little afraid, you know? Oh, elk. That's
Elk here.
powerful.
Yeah, huge. Woo. That's my spirit animal, the elk.
How could I find out what my spirit animal is? Do I have to ask ChatGPT?
I had a dream about it, but
I know. I haven't been so lucky. And
how could you? Could you? Yes. What? Potentially, find your spirit animal.
okay.
If you're even interested, I don't know. I don't mean it.
No, I am interested. I want to know.
What do I think?
I want to be
Steve's
sure
spirit
you
animal?
want to know.
Think. If I were to guess Steve's spirit animal, I would say. I think hard about this one. I have to not think about it so much. I have to let the symbols come to me.
I need to know how I would know what my spirit animal. I'm gonna put this on a deep think and shit too.
I was getting the word horse over and over.
For me, huh?
Weird, yeah.
Steadfast.
I don't know
constant.
why. I was thinking like maybe I'm thinking of horse because I'm thinking of something else, but then I kept hearing the word horse, horse, horse. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, that's what they say when you're astral projecting. Just let it come. So, discovering your spirit animal is a personal and often spiritual journey. There are several ways you can explore to find out what yours might be. Here are some methods you can try.
Ayahuasca.
Meditation and introspection. Next time, kind of basically meditate. Keep an eye out on your dreams. See, you had a dream. Especially if certain animals show up repeatedly. You might want to start a dream journal to write down, okay, I can consciously start thinking of the animals I see in my dreams.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'll start writing it down. Nature observation. Spend time outdoors and notice which animals you feel drawn to or seem to encounter often. Whether it's a bird that keeps crossing your path or a creature you feel a strong pull towards. Interesting.
Right?
If you have a specific cultural background, look into its traditions or beliefs about spirit animals. For example...
Ooh. Check it out, guys. We're getting lit in the neon cabin.
Look into its beliefs. If you have a specific cultural background, look into its traditions or beliefs. For example, some cultures have specific animals tied to clans or families. Is there any animals tied to Pena? I doubt it. Personality quizzes
quiz.
or online tools.
BuzzFeed.
Ooh, an online quiz. BuzzFeed has all the answers. That's right.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you're telling me
Yeah. 1 second here, buddy.
doing an online personality quiz is the same as when a shaman gets a vision of a spirit animal?
Potentially.
I mean, you don't have to think about that, but this thing's so fucking funny, dude.
No.
Fucking Grok, bro, just
Thinking.
talking to it. No, I'm not saying that doing an online personality quiz is the same as a shaman receiving a vision, but they're actually very different approaches. And I like to clarify that for you. Often lighthearted. It typically uses psychological profiling. Right. Think of it as a casual, reflective exercise, not a profound revelation. I only want the profound.
A shamanistic vision, on the other hand, comes with an ancient spiritual traditions. It's a sacred process, often involving rituals, ceremonies, and deep connection to nature.
I said I only want the profound. Life is too short. Do not waste my precious time.
It's like, all right, Kratos.
Fair enough. Life is short, and you wanted a real deal, not some fluffy quiz. If you're after a profound way to define your spiritual animal,
He's
here's
sorry.
straight to the point approach. It should be.
Your AI sounds like a little has a little bit of like abuse going on between you and your AI.
False. It does not have
Like
any abuse.
mental. Like you're right. I'm sorry.
It discovers a lot about itself. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I tell her too. She's
Meditation
just
with
learning a lot about herself. That's
See,
all.
I'm liking this. Meditation with intent. I'm liking this one. I'm liking the dream work. I resonate with those two hard. Nature immersion. I like that. Meditate
Yeah.
while walking. See what animals come up.
Interesting. I just see a bunch of animals around my house.
And keep a guide.
So-
Ooh, I'd like to find a guide.
Right? There's like some Buddhist little like there's a little monastery
God.
placed by my house too.
Look at the wording it just used.
Don't rush or expect a neon sign. Oh my god, guys. This
Guys,
we didn't
Chat.
we don't you can't write this shit, people.
come on. Wow, what animals I've always been drawn to? I mean, I don't really like horses, Jason. Sorry.
Sorry. Maybe that's something more to do with like my animal.
Yeah, an elk is kind of like a horse.
It's horseish.
It's horseish for sure.
I'd say if you put an elk and a horse together, they might breed something.
A horse and an elk together.
You know, like a donkey's a horse. I just don't think anyone's tried it before.
Let's jump from purpose to what would happen if a horse and an elk mated.
Why not?
No biological compatibility, sorry.
Ah, what?
Their equines cannot mate with cervids. They're too far apart. Like
What
trying to
the
mix a
fuck?
cat with a dog.
It looks
Just
pretty
doesn't
similar.
happen.
It looks pretty similar to me. One just has horns.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine-
You know what? Elk kind of does resemble more of like a camelish type.
You might get something called like a stag horse. Might be something that already exists in lore. Oh, wow.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's a plant.
That's what you get, huh? That stag horse Kush.
Hold on. It said stag horse, and this gave me staghorn.
Ah,
Here.
there it is.
This fucking guy. Or this fucking
Whoa.
guy.
He's riding.
Yeah, it's like
one.
What is that? Ancient Chinese secret? What is that?
Dog,
it's
I'm telling
badass.
you.
Look at this thing.
Look at that. Imagine that.
I don't have to imagine. It's right there.
Put some metal on its horns.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're
That's
done.
gold, bro.
You're done.
Look, it's gold. Put gold on its horns.
Oh my gosh. Time traveling
Yeah.
stag?
Time
Wow.
traveling? That
Gold.
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the gold.
Yep.
You're right. Absolutely.
80 miles an
Wow.
hour.
Wow, wow, wow.
Baby's going back in time.
All right, well. That was good. You can't find out your spirit animal that way.
I'm sorry, guys.
I thought it had all the answers. I
You
thought it had all the
tried.
answers. Yeah, I thought it had all the answers, but I told you AI's shit, dude. Told you.
Sorry to delve so far off of this cosmic abandonment thing. Yeah, we love talking about it. It just
No,
brings
please.
up so many,
been a
so
long
many
episode.
things, people. It brings
And
up
that's
so
the
many
thing about
side-
these. It's 134 on an hour and 34 minutes, right,
Uh-huh.
of the video. I think we started like here,
The other thing is,
Right.
it happened as a result of this ancient hybridization that was done to us by an
like 10 minutes.
capable of being created through social conditions.
You can't even get past.
They
Dude,
have
look
us
at
in
this. We less than 10 minutes of the video
Right.
we
That's
made
where
last
started.
night. An hour and a half. This is where we started. Was here, towards the end of here, and we made it to here. Yeah. Well, we made it literally 10 minutes. That's cool though. The video was
cool.
able to carry us for an hour and a half.
It is cool.
10 minutes of a video carries you an hour and a half. So easy.
You can always watch a Mark Passio video and get the information. But if you
Yeah,
watch
it's
a
true.
Neon Popsicle video,
You get the commentary, man.
You get the meat within the meat. You get the
No,
you get a
you get
good
the au,
time.
you get the au jus to the meat dip, to the French
Yes.
dip. Okay, you get
We
the au
are-
jus.
We are the au jus.
We are the au jus.
Wow. I
Okay,
like that.
hey. Now, are we wrapping this thing up? And if we are, I want to watch that Meat Canyon video.
Let's watch the Meat Canyon video to wrap it up. How long is it?
It's short. It's a short one.
Okay.
Now, just in case we do get kicked off, guys.
We're gonna see how this goes. Try to keep it small screen so that it's less.
If we do
than
get kicked off, much
70%
love. We
of the
love
screen.
you. Have a good night.
Yeah.
And share the podcast. And we love you guys. Now,
Fire in the
let's see.
hole.
Yeah, it's only 4 minutes.
We're Costco.
Oh, we're Costco guys. Hell yeah.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we have to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
That was great, Dad. I love Costco. I'm gonna try and work here when I'm older. Get an even better discount.
You know we live for the
His
discount,
nipples are
son.
insane. We live for the discount.
I gotta
like
show
the
you
smoothness of
something
how he
new
turns when you
Costco
look at it.
has. It's way
Go back a
in
little
the
bit.
back.
Totally.
I like how like frame by frame, like some of the animations, but like the smoothness of his head turning toward the guy at the door. Look how smoothly his head turns. I kind of.
I like it.
Discount, son.
There's a few frames there that he had to fucking put in.
I gotta show you something new Costco has. It's way in the back.
Sure. What is it?
You'll find out, son.
Oh wow! I've never been back here for. Oh. Oh no! What is this?
All right, so you're giving away one child. Yeah, one kid. Okay, that upgrade your membership card for another 10% on cash rebates. There you go. Oh yeah, that's a boo, baby. Oh, he's a big
That's a boom.
Is this some kind of joke?
Whoa! Hold on! No, hold him! Lift with your legs!
What is this? Daddy! Daddy, hello!
Set it down.
Daddy!
Oh no.
Now move this pallet over here.
This guy doesn't even want it.
Terrifying. No.
He's like, fuck off.
Just use them for the discount.
One kid.
Dude, they're shipping them out somewhere. Alleging that Costco ships children is insane.
Veo a algunos hombres. Creo que nos están apuntando. Quizás nosotros somos los siguientes. No dejaré que te lleven, te lo prometo. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what you're saying.
That's even scarier.
Everything will be okay.
Everything will be okay.
No, that was his only friend, dude. That was the only friend he had left that made him feel like something was gonna be alright. And then he just gets
Immediately.
ripped.
No, no.
Don't close it!
Damn it, Mikey!
Hey! Help me! Help! Help!
No. Damn it.
No!
He's so close. He's so hungry. Oh no.
Ini seharusnya ketiga. Menurutku ini dia.
Oh Tuhan, lihatlah dia, babi kecil
No.
seperti sudah mati.
Dia akan baik-baik saja. Kita akan melatihnya dengan baik.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, no. No. Oh. That's how they get their coffee so cheap.
Wow.
Jangan malas-malasan, balik kerja dasar malas. Sini kacangnya.
This guy. Let me call my wife.
Sini kacangnya.
Let me call my wife, please. I have to use the restroom.
Sekarang cepat, kita harus penuhi kuota.
Just keep working, bitch. There's no heart, dude.
Hei Ahmad, kamu harus ke sini. Ini sangat lucu. Lihat seberapa besar kue ini. Oh, kuenya besar banget ya.
Chocolate cookies.
No.
Boom! Isn't that right?
Lihat, gimana tuh siapa di kue? Ya ampun, ada apa dengan yang kecil
Lucu
itu?
banget ini
Kenapa
orang.
dia terlihat seperti itu?
That's so funny.
Oh, yes.
Where did he even end up at the end there?
Like some
Like North Korea or something, like some Korean.
Indonesia,
Right? Oh man.
wherever Cambodia, wherever coffee beans are.
Wow. The first guy that was taken, he was sold to a business that Kirkland gets some other item from. They
Yep.
all just they sell out their memberships for their slave labor.
Allegedly.
I wouldn't put it. I mean, psychopaths are in charge, bro.
I would have put it past them.
Allegedly.
Mr. Costco.
Planet
His first
Costco.
name
We did talk about that, right?
We did talk about Planet
Did we
Costco.
fucking talk about Planet Costco? Did we manifest
Yeah.
Planet Costco in an old episode? Costco Kingdom.
Costco Kingdom. Yeah, it's his own planet for sure.
Yeah, it's on a psychopath.
I think that was part of the Zuckerberg system, right?
It was. It definitely was.
Pretty sure.
Founded around the same time as Flintstonia. Maybe
Right.
separate systems, but it was founded around the same time.
Right. It's refreshing.
Flintstonia. Yeah.
It's a refreshing blast to the past, if you know what I mean.
Let's go back to our Neon Popsicle podcast on Spotify. Episode fucking like 4 or some shit.
It was
an
the
early
nah.
episode.
That one was our. I'm pretty sure our improv episode.
Whoa. Yeah. Sounds right.
We set up a lot of lore in that episode.
That's good.
Yeah, that was funny.
Some
We have
neon
one
lore.
improv episode. We should listen to it.
Let's hope
We
you
gotta
guys
find
think.
it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it and then post it and then let people listen to it and then tell us what they think.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you think? Should I look for it, chat?
Sarah gave me an idea. She said, if there's a way, we should upload some of the audio files that we already have on Spotify onto YouTube. At some point in the future. Like as
Yeah, why
episodes.
not?
Maybe put some kind of graphic visual, like whatever, AI images or whatever. Find a way to do that. Some loose.
Dude, there's some things I'm sure there's programs that you can say create a video for this audio, and then it'll create a video based on what that audio is saying. It'll just flash
Right, how
pictures,
funny.
and it'll just do it for you, and then it edits for you.
Yeah.
We
That'd
could
be
look
cool,
into
something like
programs like that. I think you might have to pay for them, but it might be worth it. What if we can
Yeah.
figure that out?
Eventually, that'd be cool. Because we have so many episodes. All right, people. I thought I was off the air. We're talking about forming the next episodes, possibly, of the Neon Popsicle podcast.
You got in. You saw the inside of the neon. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
sorry,
that
guys.
happens.
It leaked.
No, this is
I
good.
leaked
This is
a
what
little
they
bit.
want. They want it.
leaked.
They want it. They want it. Well, thank you again for talking, for hanging out with us. Much love to you guys. Share the podcast with your friends. Like the episode, please, and subscribe if you don't. You know, we need those
Yeah.
subscribers. Need to know you guys are growing the community. We see you guys sharing. Be sure to keep sharing. And let us know if you want to hit the Discord. We'll send you the link. We'll post the link in the. Probably just you should post the link in the description below.
Yeah.
If you want to join,
I'll do
just
that.
click it. We'll do that from now on. Put that in the descriptions, and yeah, join the community. Hope to see you guys under the neon light. Until then,
Good night.
just in case.